Hello, everyone, and welcome to Frenn Diagram. This is the podcast where two friends catch up and find common ground between their favorite media. I'm Remy.
I'm Kat, and today we will be discussing one of our Frenn favorites, Alex Garland's Annihilation. And we are joined by our special guest, Grebner-Gaddis, who hosts Rooted. Warning, spoilers ahead. Hi!
Hi, Em. Welcome back to the pod.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for having me. It's so fun to be here.
Thank you for suggesting that we do this crossover. This has been so fun so far. This is our second half of our Annihilation watch through. So, if you haven't listened to the first half, please head on over to Rooted and listen to us chatting about the first half of Annihilation with Grebner-Gaddis. The link for that is in the show notes. And if you are picking up where we left off after part 1, we will be starting at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 25 seconds. So get to that location, 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 25 seconds. And if you've hopped over from Rooted's audience, welcome to Frenn Diagram. We're really excited to have you, and we hope you enjoy the second half of this collaboration. And we also hope that this collaboration will convince you to stick around on our feed as well. And if you've been listening to us for a while, you may remember M from episode 40 when we did our fungi and film head-to-head.
Yeah.
For that, we talked about Midsommar.
Phantom Thread.
And can you remind me what your pick was, M?
Gosh.
In the Earth?
In the Earth, I think, or from the Earth, something like that. Yeah,
Joel Fry. Joel Fry.
Oh, yeah, Joel Fry.
How could you forget?
So that was a really fun episode, and if you're interested after listening to this, definitely head back over to episode 40. That was a two-parter where we did kind of discussion of the film on that first part, and then in the second part, Em gave us a bunch of really awesome plant facts from the movies that we chose, so that was really cool. But yeah, let's get into the episode. We're still in our little intermission phase, but Em, do you want to tell us a little bit about your pod and what you typically do for your episodes?
Yeah, so typically on my podcast, we don't discuss films, but we do discuss a lot of different plants. So we are an ethnobotany podcast, and we cover the different kinds of like history, tall tales, true facts of plants. So we go over the folklore. We talk a lot about medicinal uses. Witchcraft is a really big topic over in my show on my area of the internet. So we get onto all kinds of fun facts with that. But movies are a really fun way to kind of explore plants, and obviously the gals at Frenn Diagram are some of my dear friends. We have a lot of really good times collaborating, so it's fun to be able to kind of speak to plants in movies, plants in Hollywood, and all of that. So for this time, if you skip back to our beginning episode, which you should have all heard by now, yes, if you've already listened to that, then you know that in this episode, we talked a little bit about the plants here in Annihilation and the different kind of mutations that they're going through, primarily with one certain plant that kind of mimics what's going on here. So that's a little bit about what we do at Rooted and how we kind of managed to tie it into the film.
Thank you, Em.
Yeah, thanks, Em, so much. We're really excited for part 2 of our watch through of Annihilation. We set this up in part 1, which, as Em said, hopefully you listened to before part 2. But
otherwise, you're just absolutely chaotic.
Otherwise, you're just smack dab in the middle. But you came at a really good time. We're about to get to my favorite scene. But again, this is Alex Garland's 2018 film Annihilation, starring Natalie Portman and the gang, out in Area X in the Shimmer. And we're gonna just be sharing our thoughts on it as we all watch along together.
Yeah. All right. Oh, you had a movie rec that you wanted to give everyone, Remy.
Yeah, I did want to do a quick shout out while this movie is still in theaters. Everyone, please go see The Royal Hotel. That's Kitty Green's new film. I just saw it in limited release last weekend and absolutely loved it.
Ooh.
For all my Wake and Fright heads out there, it's basically 2 American girls go to the Yabba and have quite the time.
Amazing. So a built-in double feature right there.
A built-in double feature. It's excellent. It's fun. It is really a tightrope tonally. I can't believe what Kitty Green pulled off tonally in this film. It's excellent. And between me and you, Kat, there was an exchanging of the belt while I was watching this film.
Oh my gosh!
And I cannot tell you who it went to yet.
Ah, dang it.
Until you see it.
Okay.
Because I don't wanna give away anything, because a lot of the fun tension of the film is not knowing who to trust. And if I tell you who has the belt, that's too many hints.
You'll know I'll know who to trust. Dang
we'll
it.
discuss it when you've already seen The Royal Hotel.
Okay, I'm so excited. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. A belt switch.
Even I know about the belt. I'm excited to learn.
Who has my belt? Is it Jeremy
J.
Allen
Robert
White?
Oppenheimer.
Oh, yeah, I don't even remember saying that. I thought we were still with Carmi from The Bear, but...
Well, it's your belt. It's your call. But it was discussed.
Okay, yeah. No, hold me accountable. I think that's fair. I forgot about it entirely. It was a fling. I mean, I've been watching The Bear season 2, so...
Oh, yeah. How
he's
far
definitely
are you?
got it back. 1 episode in, because I'm terrible.
Oh, come on, Kat.
I know.
We gotta talk about it.
I know. You need to, text me and nag me.
I know.
And be like, have you watched The Bear?
Please, have you checked in with Cousin yet? I need you to.
Cousin is so sad. The first episode's so sad.
I know.
Richie's whole deal in the first
He's
episode
just like,
is so upsetting.
Carmi, I don't have a purpose. What a sad basement statement.
Oh, man. Do you watch The Bear, Em?
I do not. But not because I don't want to. Only because most of my time now is doing fringe plant research. And honestly, I want to say I wouldn't have it any other way. I would, but I don't know what I would eliminate.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
I'll
fair.
make
Well, the
time for
episodes
you
are
guys.
pretty short. The episodes are pretty short and sweet, so
That's good to know.
Yeah.
they're not terrible.
P.S. I would love it if you made a spin-off series of Fringe that is just about fringe botany.
That would be
I think that would be
amazing.
really fun.
That would be fun. I guess this is a good time to tease. I am talking about with a co-host doing something called Rooted in Fiction, where we talk about plants and animals found in different fictional works.
I
like
love
movies.
that.
I'm listening.
Yes, I feel like
That's
you guys.
amazing.
I mean, obviously, you'll have to be my guest correspondents for every movie episode. Really, every episode.
Hell yeah.
You guys want to
Oh
just
my
come?
god, Em. I'll watch all of the limited releases and be like, hey, Em, you gotta see this. It has this crazy fictional plant in it, and I'll put it on your radar.
That's
I'll
it.
be your feeler.
Officially,
Yeah, it's
you're
Remy's
on.
radar.
Remy's Radar
Remy's
is an
Radar.
official section on the pod that doesn't exist
Yes.
yet, but it exists now. We'll have Remy's Radar. Kat, we're going to
Oh my
have to
God.
get you involved. We'll figure that
All
out.
right. I'll
Oh my
vibe.
god.
I'll just be
Cousin,
an
I
agent.
found
You
my
can come for
purpose.
vibes.
Cousin, I found my purpose. Oh, man. Incredible.
Wow.
All right.
I love this crossover.
It
It's
just
so
keeps
fun.
getting better. We have garden parties planned, very
Oh
elaborate
my god,
sets.
there's so many good
Yeah, we're
plans.
killing it, you guys.
Incredible.
Content, we have it for days.
I know. I was nervous about this episode because I've never done anything
God,
like this
same.
before, but I love talking through movies.
Yeah.
You're never going to get me to stop.
I suggested this and then immediately was like, what if we all feel like children during a very serious assembly where you're told don't talk. And then, but I was like, well, if I'm going to do it with anyone, it's them. So let's try it. And now here we are.
Yeah, this is super fun. I'm having a nice time. All right. So hopefully that it gave you enough time to navigate to our timestamp, which is 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 25 seconds. Make sure you're there. You should be seeing a line of people walking towards the screen in a bunch of green. So that's the visual. And I will once again give a 3, 2, 1 start countdown. So get ready for that. 3, 2, 1, go. And we can all still see and hear the movie, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, a nice screen door. Love a screen door. Would love to have one of those one day.
With the plants growing up in it?
Absolutely.
My grandma had a screen door at her house when I was growing up, and she lived right across from a farm, and it would get really, really windy, and it would rip the screen door off the hinges. She had to replace it like 3 times.
Wow.
And
It's
I weighed like
Twister.
70 pounds, and I would like get like blown over.
Oh my
like
god.
blown back into the car.
Mm-hmm.
And that screen door.
Yeah, please secure that screen door.
What's she looking at?
Her
She's got
hand.
something.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Now we all know.
Her intestines are moving.
Oh, God.
Mhm.
The wormy intestines, I forgot how much it fucked me up the first time I watched this movie. I couldn't sleep for like 2 days about it.
Oh no. My favorite part is just how happy Oscar Isaac looks as he's holding the intestine. He's like, guys, can you fucking believe this?
Oh my
And he
God.
like
Check it
sticks his
out.
hands back in the water, and he's like,
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a raccoon.
He is like a raccoon. I don't know how I would react if I looked at my own cells and he did that under a microscope.
Oh yeah, that'd be
big bad.
pretty upsetting.
I don't even know where you go from there. You're like, well, I'm fundamentally broken.
Yeah. This is a cellular problem. We've gone too deep. Okay. Great response.
Sure you do.
I knew Kat was going to chime in on that one. This is her turf.
My trigger.
This is the self-destruction we were talking about earlier. Natalie Portman.
Mm-hmm. No thanks.
Mm-mm. The one time she sleeps.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh.
Do you want an answer, or do you want to knock her out?
Yeah, seems like you don't want
Yeah.
an answer. Still want that juice.
That poor girl.
Yeah, I feel really bad for Tessa Thompson.
We saw her get pulled away while Lena was there. Are you kidding?
I also just don't... Like, I understand that lying about him being your husband or hiding that is kind of a red flag, but if the idea is that her husband went crazy because of something that happened in the Shimmer, if they're just married, presumably they're definitely not related. So then, like, what's the issue? It's not necessarily, like, just because your spouse does something doesn't mean you're prone to doing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, her fingerprint was moving.
That's pretty cool. You could do a bunch of crimes.
Ooh, yeah. The real thing you're supposed to think about in this movie.
Yeah.
What
crimes could we do?
Especially if you're getting, like, plant DNA and stuff mixed in there. Think about how confusing those fingerprints would be.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna get some, like, poor lab tech fired.
Oh, God.
Sure.
I'm picturing the mental breakdown that would be induced by that.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no way. Oh, I forgot about this.
How could you forget? It's the best part.
It is the best part.
Also, I want to say, they're on wicker furniture. I feel like I would bust that shit apart to get out of there.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be so
Oh my
weak
god,
by now.
oh my god.
Yeah. I love the bear.
I love his skull.
It is so grossly pointy and bad. And in the best way.
What excellent design.
I want to know what sounds how you would describe the sounds, Remy.
Yeah. This is gonna be, like...
drippy.
Ooh. Breathy dripping.
Those teeth are so bad, they're good.
Anguished yodeling.
Oh.
Wow.
This scene always reminds me of the scene in Avatar with No Face. Or not No Face, I don't know what that thing's name is.
I don't think I remember that.
Oh,
I haven't seen Avatar since it came out.
Oh, wow. Well, it cycles through a bunch of different faces and you, like, can't show emotion. And it's creepy.
Oh. It's just doing a little test bite.
Just a little nibble.
Like
That's the test. Shit.
Ouch.
Oh, God. Also, the fact that the wicker chair withstood that, I don't fucking think so.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Ow. Ow.
Remember earlier when we complained that there was only light mauling?
Wow. This sound design is incredible.
Whoa. He didn't love that.
No. Oh my god, it's gonna crush you. I would be so pissed if I got crushed by a bear.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite scene in this movie.
It's so scary.
It's so good.
Imagine having to sleep there after that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
This is my favorite part of the whole movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, if I have to choose a way to go, I feel like she's on it. She knows what's up.
Yeah. What's she reading? The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. That makes sense.
Oh. Wow.
I would love to get a peek under the water there. See what's up with all the fishes.
Yeah.
Like, there would be very interesting implications of, like, plant life and fish, and then all of the other little tiny microorganisms.
Yeah, like picture a pufferfish that's got an enemy, like little frilly things instead of spikes.
Oh, I wish there was a big crab, and then they have to fight the big crab, like on Mysterious
like the
Island.
Bear, but crab.
Yeah, but crab. Yeah.
I also love the glass trees. That is like so sick.
Yeah.
And then after you defeat the crab, you get to wear his carapace as like armor. That would be sick.
There's just a bunch of crab people running around.
I wear his pincer, his claws on my arms.
Yeah, I like it.
Absolutely. That's the look.
Choose your fighter. I'm like a big rose bush that's really prickly, and you're a giant crab. Kat,
Crab
what would you
hands.
be?
I'd be wearing the bear skull.
Ooh,
nice.
I hate it, but I love it.
I love it. That's a good choice. Very menacing.
Yeah. No one's gonna fuck with me.
Oh, no.
Gross.
Lots of skeletons.
All lined up.
Very orderly skeletons, one might say.
Oh, I like this scene.
When she goes down in the hole.
I can't remember where there's like a double.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler
That goes
alert.
on. Yeah, spoiler for 3 minutes from now.
Yeah. I just feel like if I saw a scary body and then a creepy asshole, there's no way I stay in this building. Like, there's just no way.
Yeah, I would definitely procrastinate going down in that hole.
I
for
don't
sure.
think you could make me go down into that hole.
I'd like throw some pebbles in there, throw some cans in, see what happens.
It's just like
Throw some of those skulls and bones in there.
dark,
Yeah.
spiky orifice. I just don't think you're getting me to go in there.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a camcorder pointed at it.
I know. Why do all the camcorders work in the Shimmer?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know. Plot device. Oh, man.
Especially if it's just like a big flaming butthole. There's no way.
With this new information, I've decided not to go down there.
Absolutely not. Especially now that you realize that the crispy body is your husband's body.
But then he went home.
Or did he?
Someone did.
We're just men.
We're just innocent men. Just normal men. I feel like he's really laying that accent on thick in this recording in particular.
Jack also will ask me every day, am I you? Are you me? As he leaves the house.
Well, this film made a big impression on him.
Yeah, I didn't quite realize how many things, truly how often this movie comes up in my life. Man. Every damn day.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently only this man from the movie made the impression. Which honestly...
apparently.
Which tracks, honestly.
How could he not?
I mean, yeah, I was going to say, same for me if I'm brutally honest.
The bear rules our household, for sure.
Oh,
Bear
that's
made
fair.
the biggest impression.
Oh yeah. Oof.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
Oh boy.
I mean, how would you describe the sounds coming from that scary, pointy hole in the ground?
Distant, echoing wailing. Ecstatic murmuring. Wind. Underground wind. We need new wind. Give me that underground wind. Very cool tunnel. But it's very slippery.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, no thanks. Mm-mm. I don't like that at all. Why does she look like that?
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Shooter. Oh my god, what?
Oh, she does have eye.
She didn't a minute ago.
I know.
No, I don't like it.
I will say if I have to choose a death that's not becoming plants, vomiting fire like that might be kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
No, seems bad. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I bet it hurts.
It probably does hurt. But also look at how cool it looks all around you, though. Like, I feel like all of it would hurt. I don't know you get a painful death or a non-painful death in the Shimmer. Your options are, like, ripped out throat.
But why didn't she have a double?
I don't know.
I don't think we ever get an answer.
I think she didn't stare into the void.
Ooh. Yeah, we don't really know what she was up to in that whole time Lena was, like, gallivanting around looking at cursed footage.
Oh, she created the void for Lena to look into.
But then how did Oscar Isaac have a void to record?
Maybe he had another dude with him.
Yeah, maybe.
Died first.
Wow.
That kind of reminds me of Nope.
Sure.
This, like, morphing thing. Ominous morphing thing.
Yeah. The sound editing's excellent.
Mm-hmm. The person who added the reflections in their eyes at different moments did a really good job as well.
Yeah, all
That's
of this
really
VFX is really good.
No. Sucking my blood out. Oh, it's taking our DNA.
Mm-hmm. A nice little sample. Yeah. The
Cool.
orb is the lab tech.
That's cool. I don't think I picked up on what was happening the first time through.
Mm-hmm.
I can't decide if it would be more terrifying to truly understand what's going on or less.
I don't know either.
Shiny.
Is there any higher mortification than the recognition of oneself?
Ooh. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think's inside the skin suit?
I don't know.
Because they do a really good job.
I want to know who made these noises and how they have just really captured the sound of terror and unease.
It's really
so
good.
Succinctly.
It kind of is reminding me of, do you guys remember those things where they're just long plastic tubes and you turn them and they make like weird sounds? It's kind of like that if you distorted it, which is like extra creepy in my mind.
Or is it CGI? Or is there a person in a skin suit?
Could it be both?
I don't know.
It's probably both. It's definitely both if there's a person.
Oh god, they're so skinny.
Imagine going to the movie premiere and being like, I'm the person in the skin suit, and people are like, well, I don't know what that means. And then they see this suit and they're like,
hunch.
Oh, that is a good hunch.
Yeah, it's like a hunch.
Mm-hmm. I like how they look like they have a beetle shell over their whole body.
Yeah. I like that it also kind of looks crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know. Not? Have you noticed that people took that sound and they use it on TikTok now?
Oh, no.
I never pieced that together.
That one exactly. And I hear Will playing it from the other room sometimes, and I'm like, stop playing that. It's scaring me.
I think my brain, for its own protection, like blocked a lot of this out.
Yeah. It's
I like
quite
the
distressing.
scene, but it's got like tenet physics to it.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Ouch.
A cuddle.
We do a nice dance. Man, imagine if one of those trees fell on you. That'd be a bad way to go.
That would be bad. I think that's up there with throat ripped out for bad deaths in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Or none of them seem good, other than the plant thing. I don't get how.
Mm-hmm.
Smushed your face real good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It me.
It's just very unsettling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah. There's a lot more lens flare in this movie than I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Nice.
I do want to hang out in that cave, though.
Mm-hmm.
I would love it if that was a practical set that they built that you could go to.
That would be fun.
That would be really cool.
I don't think I would make it past the crystallized trees, though. I think I would just spend all my time out there.
We should probably get out of there now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, like, run or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is this even
Focus
happening?
up.
You put all this time and energy and, like, traumatized yourself to get to this point. You should probably go.
Cool.
Wow. So she didn't tell them that he's a copy?
Yeah, I guess not.
I guess if that was, like, the one thing I had left with my husband, maybe I wouldn't tell them right away either. Because this is also, like, her only way to solve whatever puzzle there is.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be like, give me some of that creepy DNA. I need to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
What a film.
Wow. What a title card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think that was even better on the second watch.
I'm always surprised at how many details I do notice and don't notice in different watches, because this is probably like the 4th or 5th time I've seen this movie. And I remember in my first watch was obviously just overwhelming because there's so much that goes on. I remember in the second one being like almost hyper fixated on those tattoos. Because like Natalie Portman gets like a random like tattoo on her arm at some point in the movie. And I know that's like a thing. I don't remember what it is. Because in this watch I didn't really pay attention to it. But
yeah, it's an Ouroboros.
Yeah. And I know it's like some kind of relevant thing, like she doesn't always have it, and I feel like someone else in the movie gets it at some point too, like maybe Kane gets it.
He does, yeah.
And in this watch, like, I almost just didn't even notice it as a detail, which I think is interesting, because usually that's, you would think I would remember that, but I didn't until the very end, and then I was like, yes, that tattoo thing that I remembered from last time, but didn't notice in this watch.
That was fun.
That was fun.
How is it different from the book? Because I've never read the book, but I know that this is one of the rare instances where you liked it better than the novel, correct?
Yeah, I only read the first book of the Southern Reach trilogy, so the one that's called Annihilation, and I suspect this might cover all 3, but I'm not certain. They're all very, like, small or short books, so I could see it spanning all 3. But it's definitely... The things that stick out in my mind from the book are certainly different from what is emphasized in the film. So there's... I mean, Jeff Vandermeer has an incredible imagination. He has a lot of interesting ideas in the book, and I believe... in the book, one of the people on the team, so a lot of it is the same. There's still, the psychologist is the lead, and Natalie Portman's character is still a biologist, and a lot of the construction is the same, but I believe in the book, one of them is a linguist, and there's this specific setting that I remember spending a lot of time in at the book, where there's strange transcriptions on the walls of stuff, and you kind of like spiral down this building into the ground, and you're constantly seeking the thing that is making the transcriptions or something of that nature. It's been a long time since I read the book, but I remember that sticking in my mind the most, and then being like, oh, that wasn't in the film whatsoever, but I feel like the film is very cogent, and so I didn't mind that not being included. But yeah, they're both really great works, but I think Alex Garland was the perfect choice for a person to adapt that type of story.
Yeah, Alex Garland is amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he does next. You haven't seen Men yet either,
I haven't seen Men.
You gotta watch that. It's
Okay.
a good watch. Jessie Buckley's in it. She's really good.
Great. Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that. I need to start, like, keeping up with my to-be-watched list, because I just never add anything onto it, and so I never watch anything. All right. Thank you, Em, for joining us and suggesting this as a format. This was really fun.
Yeah, thanks, Em.
Yeah, thanks for having me and trying something new. I had no idea how this would even work, so thank you for piecing it together.
Yeah, I think it worked pretty well for just some screen share action going on, but hopefully it was still an enjoyable watch. Zoom came in clutch, so we love that. And if you aren't subscribed to Rooted Podcast, still go click the link in our show notes and go subscribe to them so that you get their weekly episodes on plant facts that you need to know.
And if you're a new listener, come back again next week.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Please join me in your weekly listen of Frenn Diagram.
Thanks for joining us this week on Frenn Diagram. Thank you to Tyler Seek for the creation of our intro and outro music. Did you take any of our recommendations? Have any thoughts on the show? Let us know at frienddiagrampod@gmail.com, and we might read your email on a future episode. If you can, please take a moment to rate and review the show on your podcast app of choice, and we'll see you back here, same place next week. Bye for now.